Numerous clips have been made about North Korea, but little attention has been given to the lives of teenagers and young people in North Korea. Like in any other part of the world, social class is crucial for the youth, but the difference between social classes in North Korea is much greater. For example, the child of a general has a much better life compared to an ordinary child. North Korean youths sometimes watch illegal foreign films, where they see how other young people live and imitate them. However, freedom of dress and makeup in North Korea is limited. Even getting a haircut should comply with the laws there. Makeup items are not easily accessible to the public. Makeup products are smuggled in by those who bring Western films and are sold at exorbitant prices because they are risking their lives. If girls and women wear makeup, they do it at home because if they go out with makeup, it's uncertain if they will return home. The only type of makeup that is accepted for women is a very subtle lip color. If they apply red lipstick, it is considered a capitalist act and can lead to imprisonment. The colors of clothes should be dull and low-key. But Kim Jong-un has recently shown some leniency toward North Korean youths and allows them to wear slightly colorful clothes. If you want to appear very European or American, you can attract the attention of the fashion police. North Korea is the only country that has a special police force dedicated to fashion, makeup, and clothing called the Gyu-Kaldis. No North Korean youth wants to be caught by the Gyu-Kaldis. If caught, their prospects are ruined. They will either be taken to a city square for public humiliation or be forced to work as construction laborers for a long time. Now let's take a look at what young teenagers go through in North Korean schools. First, you need to know that all schools are under government control. But there is one good law here. Education is free until the age of 16. And even better, it is compulsory. Everyone must attend school. But the problem is that from the age of 10 to 16, you have to choose your path. For example, if you want to become a musician, a football player, or a mathematician, you have to make a choice. Once you've chosen your path, there is no turning back. If you choose to become a football player, you must become one. In North Korea, it is claimed that 98% of the population is literate, although there are no non-governmental statistics to support this. One significant aspect of the curriculum taught in schools is the emphasis on loyalty to the state. They teach you how to support and obey the government. Their religious teachings are particularly interesting, as they essentially teach children that the leader of North Korea and his family are gods, and you are not allowed to show even the slightest disrespect towards them and their family throughout your life. While it is good that everyone is literate, it is hard to believe because these schools lack funding and cannot accommodate all children, leaving some without proper education. Some schools lack basic amenities like air conditioning, heating, and accessible books and stationery. Whether you have received an education or not, by the age of 17, you must serve in the military. Military service is not a small matter. Boys must serve for 10 years in the military, while girls serve for 6 years. The rank you achieve in the North Korean army depends on your fitness and party affiliation. If you are physically fit and an athlete, you will receive an additional rank, and if you have party connections, such as having a family member who is a general in the army, you will be promoted even further. For example, Even if Kim Jong-un himself wanted to join the military with his physique, he would serve 10 years as a private if he had no party affiliation. Exemptions from military service are only granted to those who show exceptional athletic talent or excel academically with high grades. They are allowed to continue their studies instead of serving in the military. Athletes are given permission to pursue sports. Now, what are the entertainments for all these teenagers and young people? If you are in Pyongyang, the capital, there are two available options. The first one is a cinema with 2 theaters, and the other is a bowling alley. However, to use these facilities, you need to be part of the privileged class in Pyongyang. Even the average residents of the city cannot enjoy these entertainments. 1% of the population in Pyongyang belongs to the affluent class, meaning they have higher incomes and perhaps some savings. They can give money to their children. It may seem normal to give money to children, but in a country where the average monthly income is $10, giving money to children is challenging. In Pyongyang, there are also several coffee shops that cater to the children of that 1%. They can go there and buy a beverage for $4, which is a significant amount of money and may be equivalent to the monthly income of a poor individual in North Korea. These children have a very good situation in North Korea. They are the only ones who can have a gaming console, although not a PlayStation or Xbox. They may have a Nintendo Wii, which is not connected to the internet. They are also the main smugglers of Hollywood movies. They buy and sell bootlegged Hollywood films on flash drives. In 2018, some of these wealthy North Korean children obtained an American music album and went to listen to it. One of them exposed the incident, and the police came and arrested all of them. 4 16-year-old children were sentenced in court to 1 year of forced labor, performing heavy tasks. However, sometime later Kim Jong-un allowed a Western music concert to be held, and he and his companions sat in front of the television cameras and watched the concert. No one imprisoned them. This shows that the law in this country is selective and not the same for everyone. This horrifying life in North Korea has led to 30% of the population becoming addicted to drugs. Even addicts under 18 years old exist. Most of these drugs are heroin and its derivatives. North Korea is one of the producers of heroin and sells it in the black market to obtain money and bypass sanctions. However, the government has recently implemented laws to prevent some of this heroin from entering the North Korean market to avoid an increase in domestic addicts. Any relationship outside of marriage is prohibited, and girls are required to marry at a certain age and have many children because the population of North Korea is decreasing. If someone is found with a pornographic file, they are sent to correctional facilities. Having a relationship between an unmarried girl and a boy is highly illegal, unless it is within the institution of marriage. Even holding a girl's hand without being married is considered a crime. Only 25% of the entire North Korean population have mobile phones, but don't think they have smartphones. They have basic phones that can only be used for making calls. However, Kim Jong-un's family, including himself, have iPhones with high-speed internet access. Some smugglers bring smartphones from China that are connected to the Chinese network, allowing communication with the rest of the world. But if the government catches the buyer or seller of these smartphones, they will never be seen again. I don't know what kind of communism this is. The communists used to say that everyone is equal. But in North Korea, I haven't seen even the slightest bit of equality in terms of rights. Please write your comments and suggestions in the comment section.